you think of when you think about college? What are things that you like or dislike? And are there stuff that you wish you knew before your first semester? Well, college can be a period of great growth and learning, but also of extreme struggle and uncertainty. In fact, more than half of students leave school with debt, and the total student loan debt has reached up to $1.75 trillion. On average, a student can owe up to $28,950 on federal or private loans. Being a first-generation college student and coming from a low-income household, I find these statistics very important, and it leads me to ask what challenges are brought about knowing them. Going to a private institution like HBU, I have seen and been affected by their rise in tuition, and I've received financial aid through loans, scholarships, and grants, but I've also had to pay for my own income almost every semester. This has led me to be intimately familiar with financial stress as a college student. And not only have I researched about this problem, but I have talked to various financial aid advisors and professionals about it. So today I want to talk about how financial stress is a widespread problem affecting most college students and offering feasible and affordable solutions. While financial problems and financial pressures are found everywhere in the U.S., it is caused or influenced by your socioeconomic status, poor financial knowledge and budgeting skills, as well as lack of financial advice and cash flow. Financial stress is prominent among college students due to the cost of higher education and the burden of student loan debt. Students who do not receive any financial advice or support from their family and make school or bill payments late experience various financial problems. And according to a research paper by Ohio State University published in the Journal of Financial Therapy, there are two important financial stressors among students. One being not having enough money to participate in the same activities as their peers, and expecting a higher amount of student loan debt at graduation. And also in the Hunger and Homeless College Report, about 50% of college students experience housing insecurity, such as their inability to pay rent or their utilities or any other necessities. 20 to 40% experience food insecurity, which prevents them from purchasing nutritious food and experience persistent feelings of hunger. One's financial situation plays a major role in their self-identity during college. Financial stress has a psychological and emotional effect which will lead to negative consequences and challenges in one's health and academics. According to the Journal of College Student Development, financial stress has a positive association with certain markers related to poor health, including an increase in cortisol level and ischemic heart disease, functional impairment, and also an increase in reported pain. Financial stress also has a correlation with negative health behaviors such as smoking, drinking, having a poor diet, or not exercising. And anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, and a negative self-image is also a mental health side effect. Students' ability to graduate and persist in their education is affected by their amount of loan debt and other financial concerns. Factors such as coming from a low-income family, being a first-generation college student, having to work outside the class, and having poor living conditions also play a role in students' academic outcome. Knowing about the situation, what can we do to decrease financial stress among college students? Well, students can receive help from a variety of people, ranging from friends and family to administrators of schools, policymakers, and financial advisors and therapists. If you know a college student, you can help them by helping them develop their financial self-efficacy. It is noted that having high financial self-efficacy and financial optimism promotes positive financial behaviors which will increase one's financial wellness. Thus, helping a student increase their self-efficacy will help them increase their financial wellness. Although these students are less likely to report financial stress, it still doesn't help decrease debt burden and increase financial gain. That is why school administrators can play a role and help create an environment at school where you can talk about financial education and financial counseling. They can create low-cost activities or social events that can promote student interaction and discussions about student life and any other advice that they want. On a policy scale, there should be a limit on loans because it is noted that as students take out loans and the price of school increases, they're going to take out even more loans and be more in debt. So policy makers should consider the implications of student loans being a large proportion in their educational funding, and we should support and put policymakers that care about this problem in our communities and in our government. Also, financial counselors and therapists can work with high-risk financial students, at-risk financial students, and evaluate and measure their financial stress using a financial stress scale like the one made at Johns Hopkins University, the FSSCB scale. Then they can create specific intervention messages, intervention strategies, where it can be applied to the student no matter what level of in their college career they're at. They can be encouraged to take classes on budgeting and classes that teach them about loans and how to repay your loans and programs that will help them fund their graduate education. There can also be psychological interventions that help students cope with certain financial stressors. In a recent study by the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, it was found that mandated financial education on college students had a positive effect where their credit score rose and their delinquency lowered, more money was saved and less debt was incurred, and also these students were less likely to do any compulsive purchases. While there are many different avenues to help decrease financial stress, the best course of action would be a mixture of all of these solutions, because some of these actions are personal and immediate, and others are more long-term and require educational outreach and new policies. So to end my speech, I just want to say that there are various financial stressors among college students that affect students' well-being and their ability to graduate. However, there are solutions that are effective in addressing and fixing this student debt problem. If we incorporate these solutions in our everyday life, then we can see students who are financially optimistic and better at managing their financial funds. However, if we don't act right away, then these students will experience depression and anxiety, poor health, and have poor academic performance, which will not only affect them, but it will affect their families and other institutions, which we don't want, because we want students who have positive academic behaviors and habits and who have high degree persistence. Financial problems shouldn't keep you from going to college, because as Malcolm X said, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Thank you.